All right, welcome to Buccaneer 2019 NFL Draft coverage here on pewterpirates.com. I'm Mike Nabors along with my partner, Roy Cummings. Well, Devin White selected by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not a big surprise. In fact, the least surprising pick maybe since some guy named Jameis Winston.
Yeah, it might be. The Buccaneers surprised their fans a lot over the last few years on draft day, but not today. This one, as you said, this has been the pick for a long time. So no great surprise there, but it really shouldn't be a surprise because, let's face it, he fills a need. At linebacker, Devin White does. They lost Quan Alexander, obviously, to the 49ers in free agency, so he fills a need. And look at the player. He checks all the boxes. Yeah. You know, he's got speed. He's got size. He's a downhill player. This is one of the real keys here. This is a guy, people wanted a pass rusher. Well, that's exactly what Devin White is. In the Bucs' new 3-4 scheme, he's going to play inside right next to Lavonte David. They're both going to play downhill, meaning they're going to be attacking the line of scrimmage as run stoppers and as pass rushers. Jason Licht said in his press conference tonight, Mike, that this is a guy who has a knack for finding the quarterback. Those kind of players are rare. I'll tell you something else that's rare about Devin White is this kid loves football. I think he loves horses. He's got 3 of those. He's bringing those to Tampa Bay, but this kid's got his horses up for loving football. This kid loves football, and Jason Licht and Bruce Arians love guys who love football.
Well, speaking of Jason Licht, here's what he had to say in the opening press conference. No matter who was really on the board in terms of defensive linemen, Devin White was definitely his guy.
Devin White was our guy. There's some good players still, but Devin White, we went through that exercise for the last, however long, many weeks, that if this scenario came up, that we were still going to take Devin. We've been doing our vetting on him for a long time. When you meet with him, just his focus, his will to win, his plan. He's a very thoughtful person in terms of what he's going to do to come in here and become the starter, be the leader, be a quarterback of the defense. You talk to any of his teammates, they believe that he is the best player on their team. He's been the unquestioned leader for 2 years there. I could go on and on. It's pretty inspiring just being around him.
So not a shock that it's Devin White, and really it's not a shock it's another LSU linebacker. Yet he replaces Quan Alexander, but Kendall Beckwith and also Kevin Minter are on the roster as well. They like these LSU players, but I think, of all the talk of all the defensive linemen, this is a safe pick because we heard Devin White in the conference call very poised, the team captain at LSU his sophomore season. He does check all the boxes.
He does, including the intangibles. Like I said, not only does he love football, but he's a tremendous leader. He's kind of had this leadership quality to him since he was a kid. He said even as a young child, when he was 6th, 7th grade, that kind of kids gravitated toward him. He always became kind of the leader on the, in the playground. So it's kind of what he does naturally. And look, there's a lot of I don't know if we want to go there, but there's a lot of talk about Ray Lewis when you talk about Devin White. It's way too early to make that kind of a comparison, but what they say about Devin White is what they were saying about Ray Lewis when he came in the NFL, that he checked all the boxes, had speed, size, and intensity, played downhill, and had that love of the game and that desire to win, and that's what Devin White has. And so, look, you say it's a safe pick. I think it's a real good pick because not only does it fill an area need, but this is a guy who I think is going to be an all-pro caliber football player. So good selection for the Buccaneers. Really good way to start off the 2019 draft.
You mentioned Ray Lewis. Well, Devin White's college coach, Ed Orgeron, recruited Ray Lewis and see some similarities. That's kind of pretty high cotton, Ray Lewis, but to see some similarities, that bodes well for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Well, for Roy Cummings, I'm Mike Nabors. Check out all our updates on pewterpirates.com and also our podcast, A Few Extra Bucks, as well. We'll wrap up the entire Buccaneer draft on Monday.